Okay, so welcome back, welcome back. So we are here with Planet Coaster 2. Now, I have actually started this a bit. This is all I've done, literally. I'll show you around in just a second. But we are going to build our very own theme park. Now, I have been playing these games for quite some time now, so I'm not new to it. But I'm not the best builder in the world, but I'm going to give it a go. Let's see what we can build today. So far I have got... Let's have a look at this. This is my first roller coaster. Now, this one is slightly exceeding the G-force limit, which means that some customers might not choose to ride it. But then again, you know, you can't have a theme park without craziness, can you, really? But this is pretty cool. I thought maybe we could build it on top of the hill, which would be in different kind of like I don't know, it just looks so cool. But obviously, I need to build around it and make it look a bit more pleasing than just like that. So it does take a lot of time to build these. Now, I thought, obviously, because the theme park, they usually have car parks, don't they? So I thought maybe I could build my own one. Now, I'm not completely finished yet, but we are going to do some more of this today. And then I thought about doing a little ferry kind of island thing. Now, obviously, there is no way for these boats to kind of exit here, but we just have to imagine it, I suppose. It is a shame, really, we can't actually like transfer onto this area, but you know, hopefully later on we can expand. I know for PC there is more like leeway with stuff than there is console, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's go ahead and should we design something for this roller coaster, or should we leave that till behind? So obviously with the car park, we're going to put quite a lot of spaces in here. Realistically, no one's going to use their car to travel here, but it's just so we can get the overall look. As I said, but it's pretty much new. I have also just recently got the new sorcerer. I think it's like a wizardy sort of thing where you can get rides and stuff, so we might even try that out. Let's see if there's anything we can place so far to start this off. Like I said, I'm not the best builder in the world, but we're going to see if we can create something that looks kind of realistic, or at least that looks appealing. So let's have a look. So let's go to our scenery theme. I want to go for a sorcery sort of like, I don't know, just a mix between like what the usual, like I don't want to go the usual theme park. Do you know what people choose, like just a normal Planet Coaster theme? I want to go with a different theme, but maybe we should try our customers to get up. So I'm feeling like maybe to get ourselves something to go up there, I thought maybe this one, because this is a transport bus where people can get in and go. I might build like a road type scenario through the mountains so that people can actually travel up there, which is going to be super cool actually. Okay, let's place it. I want to face this way first. So it's going to go all the way up into the mountains. I'm hoping that we can put different stations, though, for it to stop off at. Let me place the queue this way. So like I said, it's going to be down here near the entrance, so people can literally just get on it. Let's place it, intersecting terrain. I think we've got to higher it a bit. There we go. Just a little bit. Perfect. Right, so my thoughts exactly were that we're going to travel all the way up here, although we could bring it closer to the mountain to make it easier. I don't know. I think it'd be fine like this. Right, so what my thoughts is to make it kind of travel all the way up this mountain. We're going to kind of end off here next to the ride. But I thought what might be a good idea is that we can actually build it into the mountain, which I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but we're going to give it a go. Okay, so we are going to come probably from this direction. The road has to be a bit flatter than what it is, unfortunately. Let's have a look. Can we push some of this down so we can kind of maybe... Let's expand this a bit. I will speed this up when I'm kind of creating while I'm talking about it, because it does take a lot of time. I want to try and flatten it or push it down as much as I can do, so that I can get this. You could go all the way in here actually. That'd be pretty cool. So if we go all the way up here, and then we can kind of like maybe stop here. Yeah, because the queue I can put like around this way maybe. It'll look good once it's done, I guarantee it. So we're going to keep pushing this down so we can get a more flatter surface, because our buses are going to have to do a steep climb here, which let's see if we can flatten it a bit now. Flatten it just a little bit. It's not going to look perfect, but at least it's going to look better than what it does. Like I said, once I start adding stuff in, it's going to... Let's quickly build some of the roads so we can kind of do around it as well. So let's have a look. It needs 2 stations to open. Okay, so how do I build another station? Do I have to just maybe... So wait. If I build another station... If I build one up here, maybe... Is that how you do it? Let's have a look. So it's going to come up here, isn't it? So if I build a station up here, this is going to look funky. Right, edit. Right, here we go. So we're going to build it. What's this one? Stop start. Okay, let's do a standard one for now. So we're going to start it off going down, but we're going to kind of move it across this way. We're going to build it all the way up here. This is going to be nice and scenic for people though, isn't it? It's not the best thing ever, but I don't want to go up just yet. We're going to curve it round so we go all the way up here. Isn't it so cool? We're going to start going up slowly. Like I said, it's not going to be a massive incline here. It's just going to be steady, so we don't completely just... We're going to have to build around it. I think it don't go up any higher than that. So what we're going to have to do here is we're actually going to have to build into the mountain, which is okay. So let's push this mountain back a bit, because it only goes up a certain way, doesn't it? So what we might have to do here, we're going to have to get creative some way. Let's push this down a bit. I mean, it might have been easier for me to literally just put a path all the way up and people got to walk it, but I mean, I wanted something to add to it, you know. I don't feel like it's gonna go any higher, if I'm honest with you. Okay, this is perfect though. This is actually not bad. Let me get my terrain thing out. So this will definitely go up into the mountain, but what we need to do here is we need to flatten it even more so that it can literally just go up with ease now. Okay, flatten this top bit a lot. We're gonna have to build around it, like I said. This is gonna be like a mission and a half to get this done, but we can do it. I'm gonna flatten this to the surface just a bit, so we're not looking too crazy here. Okay, edit. Perfect. We're getting there now. And we've made it to the top. We might actually have to do it up here. It might be easier actually if we do it from this angle. Edit this. Let's edit this for just a minute. So we're going to go up here. We're going to add on our next station. So our station comes here. And this will drop us on to... This station will literally drop everyone on this kind of platform here, which I'm going to do in a minute. And then we are going to take our station all the way down the hill. So they're going to enjoy a scenic route, which will be pretty cool. I feel like, I don't think I want to add another station though. I feel like I only want to add 2. Because realistically, there's nothing for me to... I can build on here, which I'm going to do, but there's no need to have many stops up here, if I'm honest with you. We're going to just bring it down the mountain now, I feel like. This is what I want to do. We're going to curve it round and make it kind of fun. It's so cool. We're going to bring it all the way down through the car park, something more fun. Like I said, we are going to build around it. This is going to be our new project here, so this is going to take us quite some time to build, but this is so cool. Okay, I need to click this up somehow actually now. I probably should have moved it away from the thing, but... No, we need to come down a bit. We need to let it come down naturally. Like this. And then we are going to... Can we put it together? Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so I think I've built most of it. Now obviously this is less like, this looks absolutely shocking right now, but I am going to build around it because when you build the track it kind of takes away a lot of terrain around you, terrain or whatever you say it. I just want to see roughly how it's going to look. I think I have completed it as much as I can do. So we're going to see actually what happens here. So obviously the bus will go completely up into the mountain. And then the first and last stop before it heads back to the original destination is officially next to this ride. So it will stop here and let people off or on, etc. And then it will completely go down the hill. This is a scenic route as well. So it is traveling like 20 miles an hour, which I think is a decent amount of speed, rather than having to wait so long. So it goes all the way down the hill, and then obviously there's a path crossing it, but it should be okay for now. I will mend that. So it goes all the way down the hill and it should come back to the original destination. Now I have completed the whole circuit. I'm hoping this last bit works well because I couldn't seem to connect these two paths together. I want to see if it goes over with no issue. We are going to put some power near it as well, so we can increase it. So we are going to increase the number of buses because obviously it will start to get hectic in here. and it will start to get busy, trust me. Like, I don't know why it does this game, but like as soon as you open even just a small ride, or even if it's something really small, people pack your park out. Music, let's go for something, like I said, something a bit unique, not just this usual stuff. Horror? Nah, I don't want a horror. That's quite nice. Oh yeah, we can go a bit of bass. Why not? People can have party buses. We're gonna literally play that music. That'd be super cool. Right, so let's connect our stuff to paths now. So before we open up fully, so people can actually enjoy the ride and enjoy the scenic route, we are going to fill in these spaces now because I have made a mess of it. Just trying to get this as best as I can. So I am going to shorten this down a bit so we don't create too much of a mess. I'm just going to rise this up a bit so it can come around the actual path itself. We completely so I'm going to raise this first and then I'm going to flatten it to the actual ground, although I could do that first actually. There we go. Just going to flatten it as much as we can do. I will be kind of implementing different terrains as well, so you know there is going to be hills and stuff like that. It's not just going to be all flat because it's a bit boring like that, isn't it really? But we want to kind of just make the most of filling in these holes here. Doesn't have to be perfect, just so there's not massive gaps here because it looks kind of bad. And obviously most roads aren't like this. Most roads are literally just all kinds of terrains. This is crazy. Right, so we're going to just bring this up a bit so that this road is not like so low. This is going to take a bit of time, so I will come back once this is done and then we can get to opening our first ride and our very first kind of experience. Right, I'm just going to flatten this out so that we can have a smooth ride. Let's just flatten this out just a bit so it can be a bit smoother. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect, but we just need a smooth ride so our buses don't look completely crazy. We're looking much better. We're looking so much. I want to make sure that it looks pretty cool. Like I said, we're gonna have to go over anyway to reach our park. I'm not gonna tweak this road anymore because it took me ages to get this. I'll take that off there. Is that going to work? Yeah, that's going to work. It's going to be a bit steep for people for the moment, but it's going to have to do, I'm afraid. It's going to be super steep. I mean, we could actually... This is crazy. I mean, we could come around like this, and then it feeds off to other areas of the park as well. I'm just thinking of how to do this to make it more... Let's go this way. We're going to try and get it as down... There we go. If we get it down to the actual floor itself, what I am going to do is I'm going to take it all the way around here, because we are going to put in rides here, by the way, to fill it in. But for now, we are going to try and... Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, queue path. Again, the queue path is going to have to be quite long, because we're going to get quite a lot of people coming now. So if I maybe wind up a bit so people can actually, like... I'm going to build some scenic stuff here so while people wait as well, because I know that people will get kind of impatient. I think this looks pretty cool. Right, there's our queue path. We are going to tie it off now with our actual path. So this is our guest path. Why is it so thick? There you go. See? Oh my god. It looks pretty... I mean, it looks unique. It looks unique. Like I say, our customers will walk through here, and it will be a nice scenic route. They're better to see the buses, and there will be trees here and all sorts here for people to interact with as they go through. They're going to have to do some sort of climb, unfortunately, for now, and then we will go down into the park, but we will come around here for people that do want to ride this bus, and we do have a queue path. Not the best ever that you've seen in your life, but it will do for now. I feel like we might have to make this bigger though, because I feel like once we get busy, there's people are going to be kind of like literally cramming in like sardines. Let's see if we can actually extend that. There we go, just so people don't get stuck on each other when they're kind of moving around there. So that's completely done now. That is open to the public once I actually open my park up. It does look crazy. Now we're going to go up here, and we are going to make sure we have a path going to our ride here. Like I say, we need lights here urgently, but for now it's not too bad actually. Right, bus. Let me get my path up and ready. So we're going to have to do the terrain first up here, because the terrain is too high. So we're going to lower this just a little bit so that we don't... And then we're going to flatten it just to the surface so we can have a smoother... So my people are not literally having to climb everywhere. We could actually raise this up just a little bit. Like that. Just so they're not literally climbing to get in. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. And then we're going to flatten the rest of this to the surface so we have maybe a more even ground here. Like I said, I will be doing some more work on this, because we are going to be building shops up here, so that people can actually shop for merchandise, and also maybe even a restaurant up here, you know, with a great view. Right, that's perfect. That's what I want. So we are going to build our queue path for this one. This might be a bit of a shorter queue path here, And this might be a bit tricky, but what I might do here, we might have to go up and round, realistically, because yeah, we might have to go up and round because we've got a lot of we could go underneath, but people are not going to like this. People are going to hate me for making them for making them walk around everywhere. But let's have a think of this for a second, because we got a queue path here for our rides. Let's change my, what's this one, blue? No, I don't want that one. Right, we're going to stick with our rustic path. So let's get rid of this quickly, and we can build one. How are we going to do this? So they come off that way, they can get on the bus. So I feel like they need to go this way towards this. This is tricky, you know. I actually want to build something unique. Something very unique. This is so cool. I want to build something different, so so our queue path can go all the way over here, and it can go up here. That'd be so cool. I mean, let's think about it realistically though. A queue path like this would be kind of enticing to anyone, I feel like. You know, when you're interacting with things around you as well, it makes it more fun for guests, I think. Right, we're gonna build it. This is gonna be difficult. Oh my god. No, we can't. We got to lower that down just a little bit. We got to get rid of it, and we got to make it higher. Otherwise, people will be bumping heads. Just a little bit higher. That's all I need. I know what I'm trying to do here. You know, I think you guys probably know what I'm trying to do anyway. We are going to go back onto our queue path, and we're going to try and make it go higher, so that people are not literally... There we go. Perfect. That's what I want. That's what I want. We're going to lower it down, or start to lower it down at least. This is our queue path, by the way. This is crazy. People are going to hate me so much. Oh my god, this is so... I never knew how tough it is to build stuff like this. We're coming down slowly. I'm just trying to get it to go down. There we go. And then we're going to actually attach our normal guest path now. Why is it so thick like that? Look at our queue path. That's crazy. Okay, so This is our exit from the ride. We're just going to place it like normal here. I feel like this is going to be a bit tight squeeze, so what I might have to do here quickly is get rid of this terrain again, move it backwards, because we need all the space we can get, really. We can utilize all of this literally because we've got till the dotted line. So I'm just going to take this all back so we can actually utilize every single kind of... This is kind of trial and error, guys, so we are getting there. We are literally getting there. Also, I want to say sorry if I am sounding a bit bunged up. I just recently had a viral infection type flu situation, and I have literally recovered, but I still have kind of a weird voice. So if I sound a bit bunged up, that's the reason why. Okay, so we are literally... This is crazy. I'm just thinking how I want this to lay it down. Let me come back to you guys once I have finished it, and I will show you what I've come up with, because this, like I said, this is taking quite a while. We want to straighten this out though now. Nice, smooth. No, I can't do that. Right, I think I have actually come to a conclusion where I think I might have done it. Now this is gonna seem crazy. It's gonna look really weird, and some of you might think it looks a bit messy, but trust me, it won't when I get finished with it. So we have officially finished now. We can actually finish. We can actually open up. Like I said, we have our entrance connected here. So we have our guests are gonna have to go all the way around to enter our shuttles, which will go all the way up the hill, which will have more scenic stuff later on. We're going to end up stopping here at our first destination where they can actually get off and they can go and queue up for this ride. And then when they exit, they will have to follow it all the way around so they can go and get back on the bus to go home. But also I will eventually have paths coming off here, and I will build stuff up like a coffee shop, etc., which will look pretty good. Now I am wondering whether to not open just yet and maybe build a few things up here so that when people eventually come up here they can actually have food and drink and stuff, because you know what people are like, they will start to moan that they don't have anything up here. So I might actually build a few more things before I open up officially. So yeah, we're going to do that right now on this video. And then here, so let's get somewhere to eat. So we have Planet Coaster. Let's have a look at the Creating Custom set. Just a Memento, Latte Shop. I feel like we want to get a universal one for everyone first. We've got a photo thing which I'm going to set up here. What about a hot dog shop? That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? We could have a little hot dog shop up here.
Hot dogs, one.
And then we will have a drinking place, so something that everyone can have, which, you know, is best if we go with maybe a soda one or something, so everyone can have something. So we have a soda, we have a little hot dog place where people can come and get their food. Maybe we should actually make spread this out just a little bit so that, oh, they both come together now. Wait 1 second. How do I think I pushed them too much together. There we go. I just want to move this over just a little bit so that they can have space between them. And then we need to get we obviously need a bathroom because people will need to go to the toilet. I don't want to get too close to the side. I feel like maybe attach these to this way. We want a set of toilets here for people to use so that they're not, you know, stuck. Maybe 2 sets there. So there's one for like everyone to use. And then I would like to get maybe an information desk up here as well that people can ask questions. Maybe we can have it right here next to the ride, but we're gonna have to like obviously be careful. There we go. So we've got an information desk, we've got some toilets, we've got some food bits. I think the last thing to add, we need a staff room up here as well, because our staff who work up here need something that they can actually... I just want a small one up here because we're not going to have many staff up here, if I'm honest with you. It's just going to be a small selection of staff. We do need to build some sort of power system as well. So let me just connect all these up. We are going to connect them different ways because, like I said, once it starts to get busy here, trust me, you will need to get more spaces because there just will be too many people to deal with. I've played this game for so long now that I kind of... Let me just fill this in a bit so that we don't have to worry about this. There we go. We've got a full-blown path here that people can walk on. It's just going to be so much easier rather than everyone shoving and pushing away, because like I said, we are going to have a lot of guests here. I want to see if I can there you go. I just wanted to connect it up a bit so that we don't have any spaces that are... There we go. Perfect. This, I don't like this little bit here, but can we sort this out? There we go. Oh no. Right, I think we're just about there, aren't we? Let's have a look. Let's get our little squares out. This might be easier. There you go. We're just going to fill some of this in a bit so it's easier. There it is. Oh my god, it looks really weird now. I think I messed it up a bit. Wait, one sec. Let me see if I can fix this. Right, that's perfect. So we have officially opened up our section, so we are literally good to go. I am going to add some decorations to my shops before I do open it, or I could open it now. We need to actually, before we do open it, we need to add some lights because we won't be able to see anything up here. Let's get some stand-in lights here. Can I add certain, maybe... Are these open now for me to use, maybe? Oh, we can. We got sorcery ones. What we got here? Can I get some standing candle? That's so cool. There we go. That's perfect. I just want some of these to start off with so that we can actually light up our path here. I just want to add a few up here for now, just so that we have some lights. I like a lot of bright colours as well. If people don't know me, I love my bright colours, so I will be adding a lot of neon stuff in here as well. We are going to add some... Maybe I should wait till daytime anyway to open the first time, but I just want to add some lights up here so that people can see what they're doing. I can't wait to see when this is completely done. This is going to be so cool. I am going to add some railings and stuff because obviously that we've got like open paths here. You know, people need something they can hold on to. For now, this is kind of the basics of what we're doing. I feel like we have done I feel like we have done a great job considering that I am no professional at this. There's a lot of people out there that have been building stuff for a long time on this game, and so a lot of talent here. Again, if you guys are interested, there's plenty of people on YouTube that also do stuff like this, so go ahead and take a look. There's plenty of people actually that do this kind of stuff. I wanted to give it a go at making my unique like kind of park. Right, there's our kind of just there's our start to entice people to come this way. What's this one? Oh, that's pretty. We're gonna do one here around this area so we can entice people to actually come this way, because I feel like people will actually eventually go on this ride, but we just need to entice people to come this way and actually go and ride these rides, because at the moment they're literally just walking round. So if I add this in, hopefully they will eventually flatten all of this. And then we're just gonna flatten it to the surface, make it nice and smooth as we can get it. Okay, perfect. So let's continue. So we got a little path here. I want to make it nice and weavy around here like this, and then we can add our guest path like that. And we're going to open it straight away. We're going to put it to bargain first, so people can actually get excited and think it's worth it. We're going to set it to full load because it's going to start to get busy. Like I said, people will eventually come this way and they will go on it. So we have got our first ride officially open, and we've got our first roller coaster. Like I said, I'm hoping that people will eventually try and get on a bus and they can actually see what it's like. I'm hoping, but we'll see. Okay, let's have a look. I do want to put another bus here. I will get rid of some more different buses, but I want to put another bus here somewhere and have that as another entrance, like I said, to entice more people to come in. As I said, we are now literally getting some customers come this way. We have got our first ride that's officially open on the ground. I'm hoping that people will eventually come and try out the roller coaster. I think I have finally fixed it, you know. So now that I've added another ride on top, which people are more likely to go on, we are now going to have people enter the shuttle bus and go right up to the top, which would be super, super cool. I think I have finally fixed it where these people will actually go to the top now. So this is going to be exciting. We're going to actually see now people arriving at the top of my there we go. Let me ride it with them and get the experience. Oh wow. Let's go to the front. This is going to be super cool. So we are going to ride with our customers right up to the top of the rides. This has took me quite a long time to make, so maybe we might have to come back and I will show you how I design it. But we are literally officially driving up to our first ever roller coaster and our ride. Now, like I say, most people probably won't go on this ride, but there will be a few that probably would. I'm not going to get rid of it just for the sake of people not liking it. Like I said, there will be more rides up here for other people to be on. So like I said, we are arriving up here now with our first ever customers. Now all they have to do is they have to literally take the path all the way around here and they can access all of our food areas and our new ride here, which is, I wanted to pick a really tall one so people on here can have an overall look of the park, which will be very, very cool. Very scary as well for someone that doesn't like heights. But this is cool. People will arrive and yeah, we're going to have this is going to be super cool. Like I said, not everyone will like my coaster, but yet again, you know, I think it's unique. Maybe eventually, maybe we can tweak it a bit, you know, now that we have officially, you know, worked out how to get people up here. We can actually tweak it a bit, which would be super fun. But yeah. This is so cool. We've actually got people up here. Right, while I'm actually sat here, before I go on to something else, I'm going to actually add in our bins and our picnic benches so that people can have somewhere they can sit. Where is my... I forget where everything is actually now. So we have got a staff room. I think it's in scenery actually. I end up forgetting where everything is. There we go. Right. Let's add a few bins in here. So we just want to place them randomly about so that people don't throw all the rubbish on the floor all the time because it's so annoying. Again, I like to put quite a few in because there usually is quite a few guests. So we're just going to put a few bins up here so we keep it nice and clean. I can't wait to actually decorate this fully because I feel like I want to put some like neon lights, some really cool like what do you call it, animatronic stuff as well. It's going to look so cool. So we're just going to add a few bins here and there, not too many, just so that they can put their rubbish in there. And then we also want to include some benches because people get really tired. So we're just going to add a few of these about so they can sit here and chill. I don't want to put too many on this way because it blocks it otherwise. Let's put one here near where you eat. Hopefully it's not too crowded up here, but it should be fine. I also want to put a bench over here somewhere as well, so people can sit and maybe wait here before they get a bus back. Can we fit another one over here? There we go. So like I said, I might even tweak this roller coaster a little bit so that people are not too scared to go on it. Maybe we can do that. You know, I'm more than happy to do that. Which will definitely be in another video because it's going to take a long time. Or what I might do is come back when I have kind of redid it a bit, so you know you guys can see the finished result. Like I said, at least this is working now. We have literally people traveling all the way up here to go on this ride, which is pretty cool. We have got some restaurants open. We've even got an information desk. But like I said, we are going to add loads of designs to it and bits and pieces, which are going to take a long time to make. But we will get there eventually. This is exciting though. Because I really want people to make the most of this roller coaster. So we might have to tweak it a lot. But yeah.